So we look to be taking half an hour for readings, which is good. We're getting really long. I did like an hour-long one yesterday. I don't know what I was thinking. I think the dramatic ones tend to be longer because, I don't know, I feel like I want to give more advice. I feel bad for the person, you know? Oh my goodness, that's just too big. I can't handle these cards. Oh my god. I need to buy some small decks. What's that? The Knight of Wands. Okay, spirit guides, the universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aquarius' highest good. How is Aquarius feeling in this final week of June 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about or dealing with or manifesting in the future? 3 cards for Aquarius, please. How is Aquarius feeling? Oh my gosh, we've got divine counterparts straight out. Okay, the Queen of Wands is upright and the King of Wands is reversed. What is going on? So you could be married. I don't know if you're the Queen or the King. Okay, there's equal amounts of feminine and masculine energy. However, when the King is reversed, well, when he's upright, he's confident, assertive, solar plexus highly activated, goal orientated, determined. It's fiery energy. Yeah, like I enjoy success, I enjoy status, I'm powerful, I'm busy, I'm focused, I'm determined, I'm competitive, you know, highly capable person, very responsible. When he's reversed, it could become passion spill over into anger, okay? Or it could be I've lost enthusiasm, I'm feeling weak, I'm not feeling like a fighter. It's some sort of negative version of itself. So it's either weak and low libido or angry and overbearing and lusty, you know. So I don't know which way it is, but the Queen of Wands is upright. She's quite happy, she's quite content, she's attractive, she's successful, she's well balanced, you know, she's upright. So he's looking away from her in this position. I'm not sure that she's aware that this king is feeling this way. But I don't know if you're the king or the queen. Okay, so let's get the other cards and then we'll know. If the other cards are quite positive, then maybe that will tell me that you're the Queen of Wands. If they're very negative, then maybe you'll be showing up as the King of Wands. Right, a couple more cards, please, for how Aquarius is feeling. Yeah, see, this is a marital home, and there's a decision to be made, like A or B. Am I going to stay? Am I going to go? You see that this person's quite burdened. They're sat, and we've got the 2 wands. There's that pathway to go down, or that pathway to go down. And he's sort of pinging the leaf like, I have no idea. I have absolutely not the foggiest idea what to do. The 4 of Wands, you know, it's the 11-11 card. It's like, I'm happy, we're in union, we're married, or we live together. It's solid, it's stable. I think someone wants out, and they're just really not sure whether to pick up those bags and walk out that door or not. The Emperor is the challenge. Am I going to stand up and be counted? Am I going to be my own advocate for my own happiness? You know, if what you want is to stay, then you need to communicate that, and you need to make waves in this household to repair. If you want to go, you have to communicate that, and you have to be practical and make arrangements to leave, knowing the full reality of what that would mean. This is Aries energy. The Emperor is all 4 kings, okay? So he's the King of Wands, he's the King of Swords, he's the King of Cups, he's the King of Pentacles. Pentacles is being a solid provider, generous, responsible. Cups is, you know, being compassionate, being forgiving, being calm. Swords is an intelligent, intellectual, you know, fantastic writer, orator, speaker. You see that the King of Wands is reversed here, so there could be just a lack of enthusiasm, a lack of motivation, a lack of passion. The joie de vivre, the joy of life, if you have lost it, this is the kind of thing that would make you contemplate a huge change, a huge upheaval, you know, walking down a different path. The challenge is like, can I actuate, make that choice and actuate like this diversion, this huge change? Decisions. Let's see who's showing up for you. So this could be your spouse, or someone else that you're dealing with, someone that you're manifesting in the future, or someone that's on your mind, okay, even if you're not dealing with them. The High Priestess, okay, so someone intuitive, someone who follows their gut. They're able to, you know, have the freedom to do that. They could be a Pisces, or they could just have really strong intuitive energy about them. Ooh, the 8 of Cups reversed. Now, the 8 of Cups upright is someone that's walking away from a very established relationship or marriage. Highly established. when it's reversed, it's we don't want to walk away from the relationship or marriage. Okay, we're clinging on. We don't want it to end. Someone's very attached. Very, very attached. We've got the Knight of Cups that's kind of spun round and landed in the challenge position, and that's in combination with the Strength card, Major Arcana for Leo, the Six of Cups upright, a soulmate, Nine of Wands upright, the Wounded Warrior. It's been a difficult road. They've incurred injuries, but they're happy to continue. They're happy, like, give me another challenge, I will take it. There's a need to be emotionally strong with regards to a soulmate, okay? The Wounded Warrior wants to keep fighting. They don't want to give up. They will not let this go. The Knight of Cups is someone that offers emotions, okay? The Knight of Cups, he's very romantic. Romeo and Juliet. I'm teaching the Year 7s about Romeo and Juliet at the moment. And, you know, he is not going to spill that cup. He's got the most important job he's ever going to do. He's got all his armour on. He's got his best horse. They're trotting along. He's not going to spill that cup because that cup is for the one that he or she loves, okay? So this is movement towards the one that they love, and that's in the challenge position. See, this person feels very, like, attached. They don't want to let go. They want to keep working at it, but they're afraid to express that emotion. Whoever this is, for them to be showing up as a knight, I don't think that it's your spouse. But then they did have the Eight of Cups reversed. So maybe it is. And they've got the Six of Cups, so it's a soulmate energy. Maybe it is your spouse. In the outcome, we've got the Nine of Swords reversed. So we're going from being anxious, sitting up awake at night worrying, to letting that go. Okay, we're not allowing our thoughts to be the master of us anymore. The Temperance is the major arcana for Sagittarius. That's upright. So she's pouring 2 cups, okay, and she's trying to get just the right balance. This is when there's a need to control her emotions, okay, and she's doing it quite well. We're not going to fly off the handle. We're not going to have mood swings. The Judgment, okay, a call to action. The Divine is inciting you to act. It's saying, look, time is running out. You need to do something now. So in the outcome, regaining control of emotions, getting ready to act, hearing the call to action, okay? That angel is raising the dead. There's a soulmate that does not want this relationship to end, and it could be a spouse, with it being the Eight of Cups and the Six of Cups. They're willing to keep going. There's lots of Sagittarius on the table, because the Queen of Wands can be strong Sagittarius energy, and then the Temperance is the major for Sagittarius. There's also the major for Leo, heavy fire. There's also a little bit of water energy with the High Priestess and the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups. It's water and fire. Let's clarify what's going on with them. Why don't they want the Eight of Cups? Why is there a need to be emotionally strong? Alone. You feel like you're in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. Okay, this person feels like this is a lost cause. They're terrified. It's very like sad for them and they don't want to let it go. Pace of pleasure. Resist the rush, adopt a slower stride and savour each moment's essence. Chaotic clarity. Amidst confusion and intense crisis, seek the light of understanding and resolve. They're really trying to think about what's written in the stars, what's fated. They're trying to, trust. Lightning strikes. Dismantle outdated ways of being to get a fresh start. In case they're prepared to change, they're prepared to work on it. Secret desires, unspoken needs can plunge you into deep confusion. Okay, so it could be like a struggle in the bedroom, or could have been like that, very distant with each other sexually for a long time. That could be one of the issues. Love potion. Open your heart to truly feel the magic of love. You could be disconnected emotionally as well. I mean, sex shouldn't be separate from emotions, especially if you're married, you're in a relationship, you're making love. It's very, you can feel alone within a few days of someone just acting differently towards you. So imagine weeks, months, years of that. Depression. Okay, so it's making them depressed. The situation's making them depressed. They can tell that you're you've got 1 foot out the door, Aquarius. They can tell. They're not stupid. Not everyone is meant to stay forever. Some people come to teach you something. Okay, so it could be time for your paths to divide and to go separate ways. I mean, whether people want us to do that or not, it's not for them to control the situation. They have to accept your decision. You're not hostage. You're not a tree. Okay, you can move. I think the absolute worst feeling in the world is realising that someone just doesn't want your company. They don't like being around you anymore. They don't feel like excited to see you. They're not bothered. They couldn't care less whether you were there or not. It's the worst feeling in the world to put someone through that. So you can imagine that it's cruel to keep up a charade, No, it's not the right time. Oh, they're just clinging. They're clinging on. Let's get you some advice, Aquarius. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss. Okay, you're being told to put the other foot also out of the door now. Being told to just do it. Allowance. The frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way, without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Okay, so change doesn't have to be bad. Change can make us feel amazing. Yeah, I've moved countries and thought, I'm so glad I did this. Or I've left a nightmare job and thought, I'm so glad I did this. Or I've left a relationship and thought, I am so glad I did that. You know? So just allow it. Perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. Okay, so it's very important to look beyond face value, to think really, really deeply and recognize that there's potential, possibilities, and beauty everywhere. You perceive yourself as in a cul-de-sac, a dead end, okay, GPS, like journey completed, you've reached your destination, but it's not like that. That's how you perceive life at the moment. God, that was profound as fuck, wasn't it? I can't see anything, the light's disappeared. I'm gonna put a light on. Hang on. Okay, what are you showing up as at the moment? Keep squashing these cards. A zebra. Okay. So you're showing up as fire. Excuse me, like fiery energy. Zebra, when you watch them, because I've been to a game reserve in South Africa, I was really lucky to be taken that direction by something that was going on in my partner at the time, something that was going on in their life. We ended up going to South Africa and it was awesome. So I'm in the shower at this, like, we had like a luxury tent with a plumbed in shower and it was outdoors, and I was like watching the zebra wandering over the distant hills, and they're so peaceful and so calm, but they're studying everything, and I think there's so much like thought processing going on, but in a way they're kind of busy doing nothing, and they're just kind of like grazing, and they're a bit watchful because all animals that are wild have to perceive danger, you know, well in advance, but it's very peaceful out there. It's very majestic. Watching elephant and giraffe and zebra just wandering over the hills, you know, it's 7 in the morning with the sun rising, and it's absolutely magnificent. It's so peaceful, so healthy, like they're where they belong, they're free. That's how animals should be, you know. I think you belong free. I think you belong you belong like somewhere where you have freedom. I'm going to leave it there. Okay. Take care, Aquarius. Hopefully that resonates, and I will see you in the next one. Right.